So many great things to talk about concerning the MCU, and to be honest, I actually have no hook for this one. Wesley Snipes has been talking about the reboot for Blade, and I want to talk about that with you guys. Recasting characters, it's often something that's seriously hard to do, and sometimes it can deal a serious blow to a former actor's ego, right? Or sometimes it's even difficult for newer actors to portray these older characters while trying to respect, what's been done before, the history of the character, especially in film. But here, we're aware that Mahershala Ali came to Feige himself, saying that he wants to do Blade. So we know that he's keen to play the role, to revive this incredible character with seriously an immense backstory. I think it'd be great to see this in the MCU, and to bring this franchise back to life, right? I'm keen for that as well. I loved the original trilogy of Blade. The first movie I think came out when I was maybe 5 or 6, so you can imagine how old I am now. But it was just a joyride all the way through. Great film series. What can I say? Well, what I can say is, what about the guy that brought Blade to life the first time, right? What about Wesley Snipes? What does he feel about someone else playing the guy that he was playing so long ago? Well, we actually now have confirmation that he's keen to see this happen as well. At least it looks like he's not sour about this series being rebooted. So, for all intensive purposes, we have him saying, and this is a quote from an interview that he did, "To all the daywalkers losing their minds right now, chillax." And he even goes on to say that it's all good and that this is how showbiz works, right? And I'm glad that he's not one of those guys who just wants to be the only person in a role, who kicks and screams when it's not him playing the titular character. He was also giving some praise to Ali, which is worth a mention, I think, because, like I said, he could have been one of those arrogant types who just doesn't want anyone else playing the character. And some people have this deep attachment to roles that they've played in the past, but this is great. If anything, it should show many of the fans of Snipes and the Snipes rendition of Blade who are kicking and screaming themselves, because I know that there have been people out there who said, "Hey, what about Snipes? He should have been Blade." Well, Snipes says that he's cool with it, and they should really wait to see what happens. That's what I'm saying. They should wait to see what happens. Snipes says he's cool, so just wait and see what Mahershala Ali does for the Blade reboot, right? Give it a chance when it finally does come out. If you don't like it, then sure, that's fine. You can kick and scream and be annoyed, but until then, Mahershala Ali has done nothing to say that it's going to be a terrible reboot. In fact, he's keen for this, which means that it's probably going to be better because he's enthusiastic about the role. We also get to learn, right, that Snipes is a fan of the MCU. In the interview that he did, we get to figure out that he's a fan. And personally, I'm hoping that this means that he can maybe do a cameo appearance in the film or the film series somewhere. Maybe not in the first one. I get that it's probably they want to make Mahershala Ali the whole thing as Blade. But maybe if there's a sequel or a trilogy, maybe he could play a bad guy. I know that's probably a huge thing to say, but maybe he could, right? Now, I don't know how the story's gonna work, or what will even actually happen. But the only thing I can say is that I would love for the MCU to give even a brief nod to the former Blade series and the former star of the movies. That's one thing that I think that it needs to do in terms of respect. Because the MCU was not like all Marvel before that. So I know that they didn't do that with things like Spider-Man, and to be fair, I'm not even sure that anything else would count as needing to get a nod for older films except for Spider-Man, because look, I'm not going to talk about the Garfield era of Spider-Man, but the Tobey Maguire era of Spider-Man was pretty huge. At least that first movie was crazy, insane. So that's where I'm at with that. So maybe they could even just have Blade's picture somewhere in the movie. The old Wesley Snipes' picture. He could be in the news or something like that. I think that would be a crazy blink and you'd miss it. Moment in the film, in the new Blade film. That could be crazy. I think that would be awesome if they did that. But look, those are just my thoughts, guys. What do you think? Are you pumped? Are you pumped to hear or to see Mahershala Ali play the new Blade? Do you think that there were other choices on the table? Or maybe you think that the role should have just stayed with Snipes? What is your opinion on this matter? I want to know in the comments. down below. And as always, guys, if you enjoyed this video, click that like button, hit the subscribe button, check out some other videos on the channel. If you liked this one, there is a chance, a very good chance, you'll probably like some of the others. Until next time, guys, spread some peace, spread some love, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.